Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday, new release review day here on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at another pretty neat archival live recording released by the folks at Renaissance Records. It's from 1973, Alive in America, from Littlefeat. Yeah, of course, that great band from Los Angeles that sounds like a band from Louisiana, right? I mean, Little Feat just had this whole kind of southern rock, swamp rock thing going on that just, for an LA band, right? They didn't fall into the guidelines of what other LA bands were doing at the time. Excuse me. I'm getting so excited talking about this, I'm like, choking. So this is a 2-disc set, and as it's listed in the booklet, we'll kind of talk about this. It says that this album was recorded live in Denver, Colorado, July 20th, 1973 at Ebbets Field, and featuring the lineup of Lowell George on lead vocals, guitars, Bill Payne, keyboards, backing vocals, Paul Barrere, guitars, backing vocals, Kenny Gradney, bass, Richie Hayward, drums, percussion, and Sam Clayton, congas, percussion, and backing vocals. So basically the classic lineup of the band. 1973. So this was recorded while the band was out playing dates on the Feats. No, it's actually before Feats Don't Fail Me Now. So this is what, Dixie Chicken? Yeah, so this is between the Dixie Chicken and Feats Don't Fail Me Now. Dixie Chicken came out in 73, Feats came out in 74. So this was the live stuff in between the two. And yeah, 2-disc set to get like close to 2 hours worth of music here, which is really interesting. So if you do a little bit of investigation, the band played 2 nights at Ebbets Field in Denver. They played both July 19th and July 20th. And if you actually go and look up the track list, the set list for both nights, I think they have their information on this CD a little bit confused, because I don't think, to me, this comes across in listening to it like a combination of recordings from both nights. But you don't get any repeat songs, at least not that you think when you look at the track listing. Let's go through the track listing. Let's see, on disc 1 you get Apolitical Blues, 2 Trains, Got No Shadow Part 1, The Fan, Texas Rose Cafe, Snakes on Everything, Cat Fever, Fat Man in the Bathtub, Walking All Night, and Sailing Shoes. This one is really good. Very bluesy, very jammy. There's lots of guitar soloing and just fun grooves all over the place. Really good. Like Red Rose Cafe is terrific on here, as is Fat Man in the Bathtub. I mean, everything is on here is really good. 2 Trains is also really cool too. And then over on side 2, or disc 2, you get 6 additional tracks. The audio quality is not as good on disc 2, I'm finding. Like, the vocals are really low and rough in the mix. The performances are great, though. Can't knock the performances on this whole thing. Really good. But I detect a distinct drop-off in quality on disc 2. Disc 2 starts off with a near 10-minute version of Dixie Chicken. Then you got Hamburger Midnight, Got No Shadow Part 2, On Your Way Down, Willin', and then a 13-minute version of Cold, Cold, Cold. But it's basically just another version of Dixie Chicken. So I'm like kind of confused. And if you look at the set list for both nights, when they played the 19th and the 20th, this concert's listed as being from the 20th. Is that what I said? I'm getting confused about which dates I said. Yeah, it says this was on the 20th, but yet if you go look at the track list that was played, the set list that was played that night, Hamburger Midnight was not played that night, but it was played the night before. So, and I don't know what this deal is with Cold, Cold, Cold and Dixie Chicken. Like, basically, it's just another rendition of Dixie Chicken. And both of those tracks were played both nights, the 19th and the 20th. So there's a little bit of the information that's in the booklet I think is a little bit off. I don't think this is one complete show from either night. I think it's a collection of recordings from both nights, is my guess. However, in saying all that, the performances are great. This is not, so if you're a fan of like the Waiting for Columbus lineup and tour and recording, right? Or recordings, I should say. That I think was Little Feat at their kind of funky, jammy, just endearing best. This is an earlier time in their career, and I think they're still working towards that, but it's still really, really good. If you dig Little Feat and you like those early albums, I think this is a must hear. Like I said, it's the recording is not the best. Disc 1 is definitely the better quality of the two. I have my issues with disc 2, and again, I'm not quite sure like where these recordings were taken from, but I think, truth be told, I think this is probably like kind of like a collection of recordings from the two nights. But again, you don't, other than the Dixie Chicken and Cold Cold Cold, you don't get any crossover in tracks. So that's really cool, which I kind of like. But yeah, lots of good stuff on here. There's some, Paul and Lowell doing some great lead and slide guitar work on here. The rhythms are just great. Great electric piano, or stuff, keyboard work, and it's just overall a really enjoyable kind of like upper tier bootleg quality, I would say, but pretty cool. It's not waiting for Columbus. It's definitely a little raw. It's definitely a little more bluesy, but it's still pretty cool. So if you're a fan of the band, I would say definitely check it out. Alive in America, 73. I'll give this 3.5 out of 5 star. It's definitely a good pickup if you're a fan of the band. And this came out in, I think, mid-late 2023. So the label just sent it to me recently. So, yeah, so go check it out. And visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page, our channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.